Hi gang, Doug here. Welcome to yet another board game channel where we will officially start yet another playthrough of Eldritch Horror. Trying to deal with the disaster-making Shudde. I'm probably horribly mangling that pronunciation, but so be it. Before we actually get into doing stuff, a couple of quick extra notes. Something I forgot to mention last turn is with the addition of the disaster cards that can devastate cities, there's an extra loss condition to the game now. Yay! If all 9 named cities on the board are devastated, we lose. So that's what, 17 different ways you can lose the game? And another thing, I forgot, when Rome was devastated as part of the setup, should have actually taken the Rome cards out of the Expedition Encounter deck, because, yes, nothing can happen there now except gates and devastated city encounters. So yeah, those will not happen for the rest of the game. Alright, let's get right into it then, and we will go into our investigator's action phase. And we're going to start with our lead investigator, Agnes Baker. Alright, Agnes in London. I'm going to actually have her stay in this spot because we want to do the expedition encounter, see if we get some goodies out of it. So, for her first action, we are going to have her gain a focus. Focus is good. And for her second action, we're going to use her special ability. Focusing. We're going to test her lore -1, and if she passes gain a spell, I mean, not that the spell she's got isn't good. The Storm of Spirits, which lets her use lore instead of strength when attacking, but it can't hurt to have another spell. More options is good. She didn't succeed. Oh well. I'm not going to use up the focus yet. It's too early. Yeah, that is it for Agnes then. She didn't get up to much. Now we will be moving on to Jim Culver. Okay, Jim. Well, I was going to send him off to Arkham to try to do that Antarctic adventure. It's an influence test, and his influence is as good as anybody's. So first action, he's going to move. Second action, just to give us a little extra chance, he's going to take a focus token. That is all for Jim. Now we're going to move over to Russia and see what Trish Scarborough is up to. Okay, first thing Trish is going to do is use her special action. If you do not have any clues, gain 1 clue. She has none, so now she does. Clues are good. For her second action, she's on a city space, so she's going to try to acquire assets, specifically after, well, let's see if I get it first of all. She only got 1, but that's okay. I was going to have her pick up the genealogy research, which allows her to possibly get 2 clues from the remains of a monster with toughness 2 or more. She is the one who is most likely to be doing any monster killing as things stand. So, yeah, going to have her hold on to that. And our replacement item is, we now have in the reserve, yeah, it doesn't want to focus, but we have, there we go, an arcane blade. Item, magical weapon, gain +2 strength when resolving combat encounters and +2 lore when resolving spell effects. Ooh. That's a nice all-around useful thing. Costs 3. Okay, Trish is done. Now we're going to zip down to Africa and see what Akachi Onyele is up to. And Akachi's action's going to be fairly straightforward. She's going to move to the heart of Africa. We're going to start working on that mystery right away. And to aid in getting through that mystery, she's going to grab a focus token for her second action. Alright, that is that. Now, on to the encounters. Alright, starting with Agnes in London. She is going to take the expedition encounter. London, let us focus. Alright. An ancient threat has taken root in Fleet Street, a subterranean waterway that has been bricked up for nearly 200 years. You try to convince the city officials to open the chamber. Test her influence. Her influence is 3. Get that there. And rolling 3 dice. Nope. I might still have to roll. Okay. Fail. Good. First encounter we failed. Breaking in at night, you find the water teeming with serpents. Gain 1 madness condition. Well, first time using the madness condition, so let's give her a shuffle. Just shuffle these the first time I use them, which means she gets terror, which sounds perfectly appropriate to me, being surrounded by water serpents. Madness, when she performs the rest action, she will not be able to recover sanity. But when resting, roll a die on a 4, 5, or 6, discard the card. On a reckoning, test will, and if she fails, flip the card. And badness happens. Alright, we will add that for her. Brilliant start. You try to summon the courage to remove the snakes. Test will. Her will's only 2. Oh, she had focus. I should have used her focus. I forgot to use her focus. Never mind. Might still get some. Okay, she passed the will test. If you pass, you clear the area. Retreat doom by 1. I'll take it. Alright. So the doom... just reach up there. Can't see on the camera, but we've now actually gone back to 16 doom. So that actually wasn't such a bad... It's worth a madness condition to retreat doom by 1. Yeah. Alright. So, she made it through there. The expedition is now moving to the heart of Africa, so I'll put that down there off camera. So we've got a lot happening in the heart of Africa right now. Lots of important stuff. Alright. We'll take it. Good on Agnes. That is it for her. So let's see how Jim fares in Arkham. Alright, Jim is in Arkham, where he is going to attempt to raise funds for an expedition. When an investigator on Arkham performs a focus action... Oh. Duh. It's not actually an encounter. Sorry, okay, let's... This would have been done as part of his actual action. My mistake. Alright. It's okay. Can still be done. It's not too much of a mess up. So at that point, because he did take a focus, he would test his... Sorry, got a little distracted there. Test his influence of 3. He didn't, so he'll use the focus that he just picked up. That's his action, and re-roll a die. 4. No. Well, should I use... No, we'll save his clue for now. So, as a result, that means that now he actually has just a plain old Arkham encounter. We'll try again next turn. He can, I mean, if all you have to do is stand there and focus, he can do that easily enough. Right, first time using this deck, so let us shuffle. And he has an encounter in Arkham. A sailor with the rope and anchor in Kingsport provides his help. Gain 1 non-ritual spell. Okay, got big. This one I've already shuffled. I'm not shuffling it again because it'll be too embarrassing to watch me struggle with it. Non-rituals. From the bottom, incantation. There we go. Right away, he picks up. Sorry. Instill bravery. You'll have to take my word for it, I guess. There we go. Incantation. Once per round, when an investigator would lose sanity, you may test lore. If you pass, prevent that investigator from losing up to 2 sanity, then flip the card. So, he's picked up. He's got a couple of spells now. That wasn't all. You offer what pay you can. He's going to test his influence once more. Okay, that time he succeeded. If you pass, he thanks you. Gain 1 random magical asset from the deck. Okay. Let me put that card away, and then we will grab that, and it's going to, I'll grab a few of them. Starting at the top, we'll go until we find something magical. Trinket, item weapon, item weapon, service. Service, if this goes on too much longer, I will just do this off screen. Trinket, item, tome. I tell you what, I'm going to cut away for a moment. Focus anyway. I'll be right back once I find the first magical item in this deck. Okay, finally found the alchemical concoction item magical. You may discard this card to gain +5 strength during a combat encounter. So that's a one-time burst of super strength. Hulk out on something. So yeah, I think we'll leave Jim there next turn to try to do that again. Of course, maybe Agnes could also try. Anyway, we will see. Now it's on to Trish Scarborough's encounter. Okay, Trish, who will probably need the tray. I'm going to give this an initial shuffle. And city card. Focus. The shop is robbed while you are browsing. You attempt to fend off the thieves. Test strength. Okay. Strength is 3. No. She can easily get a clue back by just willing it next turn. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and use the clue that she picked up, because her ability lets it just pop right back. And she succeeded that time, getting a 5. If you pass, the store owner is very gracious. Gain 1 item asset from the reserve, or 1 random item asset from the deck. See, the only item in the reserve is the Arcane Blade, which gives her better odds of spells. It isn't that much more helpful in combat. It just gives a... sorry, that doesn't want to focus. Just a +2. And her gun gives her a +3. So I'm going to dig through the deck until I find the first item. Okay, first item that she picked up, that we found, was the police ledger. I'm not sure why this store owner has a copy of a police ledger. It's a little dodgy. When you perform a rest action, you may attempt to decipher the ledger using observation. If you pass, you may discard this card to gain 1 clue. I'd give that to somebody else because she can spawn her own clues. Alright, that is it for Trish. Finally, to Akachi. Okay, Akachi, who may need the dice tray. Because, yes, as an encounter on this space, Investigator may explore Gaharn, where Shudde sleeps apparently, and have an exploring Gaharn special encounter. Well, we gave it a shuffle before, but here we go. Alright. Unfamiliar with the area and having only the vaguest of notes left by a previous expedition, you barter with the shaman of a tribe that lives on the outskirts of Gaharn to lead you deeper into the lost city. Influence -1, which leaves her with 1 to roll. It's a fellow shaman. She should get bonus for that. Well, she has a clue and a focus. I think we're going to spend them if necessary because, well, this is part of solving a mystery, which is how we win the damn game. Doesn't matter. She rolled a 6, so we automatically go to the pass. In the city's center, you search for any hint of what might have happened for the beings that once dwelt here. Observation -1. It's going to be a single die again, as our observation is 2. Again, we are going to use up our focus. And we're going to use a clue, because I want to succeed. Come on! Ah, crap. Alright. Now, if you pass, no such luck. Yeah, we would have placed an Eldritch token, which is what we want to do. If you fail, you stumble into a pit trap while examining some intricate murals. Gain 1 injury condition. Way to go, Akachi. Alright, it's our first go at an injury. Alright, and she gets an internal injury, which we can potentially deal with during a rest action. On a 5 or 6, discard the card. When the reckoning comes around, as it will shortly, I'm sure, test strength. If you fail, flip the card. Alright. Maybe better luck next turn. Let's hope. That's it for encounters. Now, yep, into the dreaded Mythos phase. Okay, here we go. Is it a reckoning or is it a rumor? Because it has to be one or the other. It's a reckoning. Right, first things first, we will move the Omen track to blue. We only have one gate in Antarctica, which is a red omen, so not a problem. Now we have to do reckonings. So, start with monsters. We have a cultist lurking in the Antarctic as well. As we can see on a reckoning for that, we're going to roll a die. On a 1 or a 2, we're going to advance Doom. Four. Huzzah. Next up will be Shudde. Each investigator loses a total of 2 health and or sanity. Well, okay, nobody has taken any kind of injury hits yet, so maybe... Oh no, we'll take each of them from their highest stats. So that means Agnes, Jim, and Trish will each take 2 health damage, putting them each down to 5. And Akachi will take 2 sanity damage, putting her down to 5 there. So now everybody has 5 health and 5 sanity overall. Alright, now, yes, possessions and conditions. Agnes, because of her terror, has to test her will. Her will is just 2. She does have a focus, which I think we'll use. Already using way too many tokens. And it didn't work anyway, so she will be flipping her terror card. Whoop. Terrifying revelation. You can no longer deny the horrible truth. Everything you have learned points to an unavoidable apocalypse. Lose 2 sanity and discard half of your clues, then discard this card. Well, she has no clues, but she'll lose the 2 sanity, putting her down to 3. She may have to rest. Well, she gets rid of the terror. And that leaves Akachi has to test her internal injury. She will be testing her strength. Also 2. She doesn't have any clues or anything. So, yep, kicks in right away. And flip internal injuries. Excruciating pain. The pain rises to a crescendo, knocking you off your feet. When you finally regain consciousness, the floor is covered in blood. Lose 3 health, then discard this card. Oh, this is just peachy. Alright, trouble with the card there. Okay, so she loses 3 health, putting her down to 2. Okay, it's going to be a lot of resting next turn. That is it for Reckonings. So now, of course, we have a gate spawn. And that is going to spawn in the Amazon. It's another red one. Crap. Gotta get somebody down there. And dig through the monster bag. And we get a Hunting Bayaki. Oh. Awesome. When this monster is spawned, move it to the nearest investigator. Then an investigator on this space becomes delayed. So now let's see, probably Jim. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Yep. Mackie goes to where Jim is, who becomes delayed. So he's gonna have to fight that thing next turn. Yay! Let me check his stats. Oh good, we're gonna do will -1 and strength -2. This is already going just swimmingly. And it's not even a tentacle card, it's just a neutral. Frostbite stings your ears and nose as you stagger through the cold, desperate to find any sort of shelter. The bitter cold has crept into your coat and gloves, chilling you to your bones. Cold snap. Each investigator loses 1 health and 1 sanity and gains a hypothermia condition. I think this game might almost be over. Oh boy. So that is going to leave, let's just get rid of the health and sanity first. So that's going to leave Agnes with 4 health, 2 sanity. Jim with 6 and 6. Trish also with 6 and 6. However, the worrying one is Akachi, and it has 4 sanity and 1 health. And everybody gets one of these. Hypothermia all around. Akachi's in the heart of Africa. Stupid mystical cold. So we'll just put 1 each in each of their areas. And that concludes that swimmingly. Yeah, that was just an awesome first turn, wasn't it? At least we retreated Doom by one. That's about all we did. Alright, well, we'll see if we can salvage this already next turn. Hope you join me then. Thanks very much for watching. Thanks very much to those of you who subscribe to the channel, and thanks for liking the videos, both on YouTube and Board Game Geek. It's very much appreciated. And I will see you next time for yet another turn of Eldritch Horror. So long.